Okay, so welcome to all of you. Now we'll see the Simpson thread rule for the numerical integration. Okay, Simpson thread rule. So last time we have seen the trapezoidal rule, Simpson's one-third rule. Now this is the Simpson thread rule. Okay, so now we see how to derive the Simpson thread rule for the numerical integration. Okay, so let I is equal to a to b f of x dx. We want to evaluate this integration with the help of the Simpson thread rule. So for integration from a to b f of x dx, so we have to derive the Simpson thread rule. Okay, how to find this integration with the help of the Simpson thread rule, and that rule we have to derive. Okay, so divide this same thing here. What? Derive the interval a closed interval ab into n equal sub interval each of length x such as a is equal to x0, x1, x2. This. Okay, so where xn is equal to x0 plus nh. That means x1 is equal to x0 plus h, x2 is equal to x0 plus twice h, and so on. Okay, so now we have the general quadrature formula. With the help of the general quadrature formula, we know that we have derived the trapezoidal rule. We also derived the Simpson's one-third rule. Now we derive the Simpson's thread rule also with the help of the general quadrature formula. So for this, we have to put n is equal to 3. Put n is equal to 3. So n is equal to 3. That means what? We have x0. So n is equal to 3. 3 intervals are there. So 3 intervals are what? x0, x1, x1, x2, x2, x3. Okay. So that means we have x0, x1, x2, x3. That means we have the value of y1, y0, y1, y2, y3. So these are the what? 4 values. That means the third difference is constant and the fourth difference is 0. That means your z to the power 4 y0 is 0. Z to the power 4 y0 is 0. So we will write this. This is what then? x0 to x3. x0 to x3. f of x dx. This is h will be here. You have to put 3. n is equal to 3. So 3 y0. This is n square plus 9 by 2 del y0 plus 1 half. We are putting n is equal to 3. So this is 9. So we just 27 by 3 is 9 minus this will be 9 by 2 del square y0. Okay, just we write here now 12 square y0 plus 1 by 6. This is what? 3 to the power, that is 4 is 81 by 4 minus 27 plus 9. Okay, del cube y0. Del cube y0. Okay, so first we will simplify 1 by 1. So this is what? 3 y0 plus 9 by 2 plus 9 by 2. Del y0 means what? y1 minus y0 plus what is this? This is 18. 18 minus 9 is 9 by 2. This is 9 by 4. 9 by 4. Then y1 minus y0. Then y1 minus y0 plus 1 by 6. So this is what? 27 minus 9. 27 minus 9 is 18 minus 18. See, this is what? So 81 by 4 minus this is 18. 18. Okay, minus 18. So 36. So 72. This is what? 81 minus 72 upon 4 it will be there. Upon 4 it will be. Okay. So now 81 minus 71. So is what? Is again 9. So this is 9 by 4. This is 9 by 4. 10 square y1 minus y0. Okay. So now I will write this as it is. 3 y0 plus 9 by 2 y1 minus y0. y1 minus y0 plus 9 by 4. So I know this value y2 minus 2 y1 plus y0 plus I can write this as So this is what 8. This is what 9. 9 not 9. So it will be 3 now. It will be 3 and it will be 8 now. It will be 3 and it will be 8 now. Okay. Now this is del of y2 minus twice y1 plus y0. Okay. So now I will take, see 3, 3, 3, 3 everywhere common. Okay. So 3 here, 3 there, 3 there. So I will take that 3 by 8 common now here. 3h by 8 common. So if you take 3h by 8 common, that means we have to multiply by 8 by 3. You have to multiply it. So it will be what? 8y0 plus. So see 8 by 3. 8 by 3 into 9 by 2. Into 9 by 2. So this will what? 3. This will be 4. This is 12 then. This is 12. Y1 minus y0. Plus now this is what? 8 by 3. 8 by 3 into 9 by 4 now. 9 by 4. This is what? 3. And this is what? 2. So it will be the 6 now. 6 y2 minus 2 y1 plus y0 plus now what we'll write here, we'll write this increase suffix by 1. So this will what? y3 minus 2y2 plus y1, increase suffix by 1 and subtract all the things as it is now. So minus y2 plus twice y1 minus y0. Okay. Okay. So for simplified term I will write here now here. Okay. I will write here. So this is what then? 3h by 8. 3h by 8. Okay. So I will collect first y0. How many y0 are there? So this is 8y0. This is minus 12y0. So minus 4y0. This is plus 6y0. So plus 6, that means this is 2y0. And this is minus y0. So only y0 is there. Single y0. Single y0 is there. Then we will collect the y1 now. So how many y1 are there? This is 12. Okay. See how many y1? I will write here. 12 y1 are there. Okay. Then next y1 is what? Again minus 12. So minus 12. Okay. So just I will write here. So 12y. So now this is how many y1? So 3y1. These are 3y1 plus 3y1. So your 12 get cancelled. So plus 3y1. Okay. So now I will collect the y2 now. I will collect the y2. So how many y2? These are the 6y2. So 6y2. These are the 6y2. And how many y2? This is minus 3y2. This is minus 3y2. That means 6 minus 3 is plus 3. So plus 3y2. Okay. Now I will collect the y3 now. I will collect the y3. So how many y3? There is only single term of y3. So that will be the plus y3. Plus y3. Okay. So therefore I write this here now. I write here. So 3h by 8 y0 plus 3y1 plus 3y2 plus y3 plus y3 plus y3. Similarly, I can write this what? x3 to x6 f of x dx. I can prove this is what? h by 8. Just increase your suffixes by 3. So this is what then? y3 plus 3y. You have to increase suffix by 3. So this is y4 plus 3y5 plus y6. Okay. So dot xn minus 3 to xn f of x dx. 3h by 8. 3h by 8. So this is what? yn minus 3 plus 3 yn minus 2 plus 3 yn minus 1 plus yn plus yn. Okay. Okay, so therefore I is equal to integration from a to b f of x dx is equal to a is equal to x0 to x3 f of x dx plus x3 to x6 f of x dx plus dot 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 plus xn minus 3 to xn f of x dx. Okay, so we write the value of each now here. So 3h by 8. So this is what? Y naught plus 3y1 plus 3y2 plus y3 plus 3h by 8 h by 8 y3 plus y3 plus 3y4 plus 3y5 plus y6 plus dot 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 plus 3h by 8 3h by 8 yn minus 3 plus 3 yn minus 2 plus 3 yn minus 1 plus yn. We have to derive the formula for this. Okay, so therefore integration from a to b f of x dx is equal to, so everywhere 3h by 8 I will take the common 3h by 8. So therefore it is called 3h rule, Simpson 3h rule. So 3h by 8, Simpson 1/3 rule, h by 3 is there. Okay, so for trapezoidal rule no problem for this one. Okay, now see y naught and yn is occur only once. Okay, so I will write this as y1 naught plus yn here plus, now see here 3y1 3y2 and this is y3 occur here. That means what here, and y6 will be there now. So that means what, if your suffix is multiple of 3 it is repeated, other suffixes are not repeated. So that will be as it is now here 3y1 plus y2 plus y4 plus y5 plus dot dot dot. That means these are the suffixes which are not multiple of 3. These are the suffixes which are not multiple of 3, and plus the suffixes which are multiple of 6 y9 plus dot dot dot. Okay, so this is called Simpson's 3/8 rule. This is called Simpson's 3/8 rule. Okay, in this way we have derived the Simpson's 3/8 rule also by putting n is equal to 3 in the general quadrature formula. Okay, so now this, how to remember this one? This is 3h by 8. So 3/8 rule. So 3h by 8. Y naught plus yn is everywhere. It is in the trapezoidal rule. It is also in the 1/3 rule. So this is what? 3 times the suffixes which are not multiple of 3, and 2 times all the suffixes, some of the suffixes, that means which are the multiple of 3. 2 times multiple of 3. There are also 2 times c1 now here. 4 times all suffixes. So here 3 times the suffixes which are not multiple of 3. Okay. So in this way you can remember the Simpson 3/8 rule. Okay. So note that if you want to evaluate the integration with the help of the Simpson rule 1/3 rule, your n must be the multiple of 3. If your n is not multiple of 3, then you cannot apply the Simpson's 3/8 rule. So remember that. So if n is not multiple of 3, then you cannot apply the Simpson's 3/8 rule. If n is not even, then you cannot apply the Simpson's 1/3 rule. Okay. So to apply the Simpson's 1/3 rule and to apply the Simpson's 3/8 rule, there are the condition on n. For trapezoidal rule, there is no condition. n may be 1, n may be odd. So for any n, you can evaluate the integration with the help of the trapezoidal rule. But with the help of the Simpson's 1/3 rule, n should be the even. With the help of the Simpson's 3/8 rule, n should be the 12. So if you n should be the multiple of 3. If you apply all the rules, then what? The value of n, the possible values of n will be what? So it must be the even, it must be the multiple of 3. So if number even and multiple of 3 are numbers what? 6, 12, 6, 12, 18 and so on. Okay. So for that you can integrate, you can apply for all the formulas, trapezoidal rule, Simpson's 1/3 rule or Simpson's 3/8 rule. So note that if you want to apply the Simpson's 3/8 rule, n should be the multiple of 3. That means 3, 6, 9, 12 and so on. Okay. So I hope that you understand how to derive the Simpson's 3/8 rule. So here this is the, we have derived the Simpson's 3/8 rule. So this is the Simpson's 3/8 rule. So remember this. Remember the Simpson's 3/8 rule. Remember this as a formula, right? So if you want to solve the problem, we need the formula. Okay, we need only this formula. Okay, so and if the question is asked, derive the state and prove the Simpson thread rule, just write all those things and call this is called a Simpson thread. This is the statement of the Simpson thread rule. Okay, so question asked, derive the Simpson thread rule, just write all those things here. So okay, so try to write this is independently, try to derive the Simpson thread rule independently. Okay, so I hope that the idea is clear. Okay, so how to derive the Simpson's thread rule. Okay, so now we'll stop here. Thank you.